Aloha 4th grade. So we are going to do a quick video on long division, and this is just to give you extra practice. If you want to do this in your blue notebook, you don't have to show me tomorrow unless you really want to. It's not graded, but it is just to help give you more practice. So just like when we were doing multi-digit multiplication, it took us a while to get it down. So I don't want you to be discouraged if you're having trouble. Just keep trying, and eventually it'll click. So I'm going to show you how to do long division, and we're not going to do the grouping long division that our Accelerate Ed showed us. We're going to do the long division that I showed you guys on Monday. So before we start, we want to identify the different numbers that we're going to be working with in our division problem. So the number that we're dividing is called the dividend. So when you hear me say the dividend, you know that I'm talking about the big number that we're trying to break apart. And the quotient is our answer. So if you hear me say put it up with the quotient, then you know that I'm talking about this area, and it's the answer. And then the divisor, and I told you, remember divisor, like it kind of sounds like scissor to me. So you're chopping up that 520 into 4 parts. So that's why it's called the divisor. So these are the different parts, and then if you're curious, this is called the bracket for long division. So we're going to work with 520 divided by 4. So let me go over here and set up my problem. Now when we're doing long division, just like multiplication, it's really important that place value is taken into consideration, and I don't write my numbers big and messy and out of their place values because it'll throw off my final answer, my quotient. So the first thing we do is we're going to look at the 5. And the steps are to first divide, then multiply, then subtract, and as Zane says, repeat if necessary. Okay? So we're going to follow those 4 easy steps. How many times does 4 go into 5? Or you can think of it 5 divided by 4. If I have 5 pieces of candy and I have 4 friends, I can only give them 1 piece each. So 4 times 1 is equal to 5. Or 5 divided by 4, I can only do it once. So I put my 1 up here in my hundreds place value right above the 5. I've just done step 1. Now I'm going to do step 2, multiply. 4 times 1 is 4. Subtract is my third step. 5 minus 4 is 1. 4 cannot go into 1. 1 is too small. So I have to pull down my 2. How many times can 4 go into 12? This is step 1. Well, 4 can fit evenly into 12 3 times. So I put my 3 up here in my quotient, because that is my answer, above the 2. Now I multiply. 3 times 4 is 12. And I do step 3, which is subtract. 0. But I'm not done. I need to pull down that last digit, which is 0, and 4 cannot go into 0. Now, if you look up at my quotient, 3 is in the tens place, but I don't have any other numbers to put in my 1, so I need to put a 0 to hold the place value. So I've answered 520 divided by 4 equals 130. If I wanted to check my work, what I would do is I would do multiplication, because that's the opposite of division. So I would take 130 and multiply it by 4. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 3 is 12. Put my 1 up here. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus 1, 520. So I was correct. That's the way I checked it. All right, so let's do another problem together. And I'm going to pick kind of a scary problem, but because I want you to see how easy long division can be if you know your multiplication facts. Okay? So here's my next problem. I'm going to pick a random number, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay? So that's going to be my dividend. And my divisor, let's say my divisor is 8. Now, my problem is 98,765 divided by 8. Ooh, this looks scary, but it's really not if you just follow the easy steps that I've laid out for you. So first, I divide. 9 divided by 8. How many times can I fit 8 into 9? Or if I had 9 pieces of candy to share with 8 friends, how many pieces of candy could I each give them? Well, the answer is 1. Now I go to step 2, multiply. 8 times 1 is 8. Subtract it out. 9 minus 8 is 1. Okay, I'm done with the 10,000 column because 1 is smaller than 8. So I got to pull down that 8 from up top. 18. 8 times something equals 18. Well, in the back of my mind, I know 8 times 2 is 16. And I can't do 8 times 3 because it'll go over 18. So I'm going to stick with 2. I'm going to put 2 up in the quotient because that's my answer. 8 times 2 is 16. Subtract. So I subtract and I get 2. I'm done with the thousands column because 2 is smaller than 8 and I cannot divide. So I got to pull down that 7 all the way down. How many times can 8 fit into 27? Well, I'm having a hard time thinking about this. I know 8 times 2 is 16, but I don't know my 8 multiplication tables very well. So what I can do is off to the side, 8 times 2 equals 16. 8 times 3 equals, I'm not sure, I forgot. Well, why don't I keep going? 8 times 4, 8 times 5. Oh, I know 8 times 5. 8 times 5 is 40. Okay, so it's going to be one of these answers. 40 is over 27. So let's try 8 times 4. 8 times 4 is 32. Still too big for 27, so it must be 8 times 3. 8 times 3. I don't know what 8 times 3 is. I forget my multiplication table. Well, I know that 32 is 8 more than this answer. So I could take 32, subtract 8. Borrow. 12 minus 8 is 4. 24! Oh, that's the one I couldn't remember. And look, 24 is smaller than 27. So this is the multiplication that I need to use to help solve. Okay, so 8 times 3 is going to give me 24, and that can go into 27. Or you can look at it as 27 divided by 8 is going to give me 3. So I put 3. 8 times 3 is 24. It didn't go over 27. I can subtract it out. Subtract it out. I get 3. Okay, I'm done with the hundreds column because 3 is smaller than 8. So I'm going to bring down that 6. Okay, how many times can 8 go into 36? Well, I made my multiplication. It's like a mini multiplication table for my 8s over here. Well, I know that 8 times 5 is 40. That's too much. 8 times 4 is 32. Oh, great. So this is the one that I need to use. 8 times 4 equals 32. So I'm going to put my 4 up in my quotient above the 6 that I just pulled down. And now I can multiply 8 times 4. 8 times 4 equals 32. Subtract. 36 minus 32 is 4. 8 cannot go into 4, so I need to pull down the 5. Okay, so 8 times something is going to get me close to 45. Well, over here in my multiplication table, I know that 8 times 5 is 40. If I did another 8, it would be 48. So it cannot be 8 times 6. It has to be 8 times 5. So I'm going to put 5 in my quotient. Then I'm going to multiply 8 times 5 is 40. Subtract 5. Whew, we're all the way down below. So 5 is too small for 8, so I have to stop. 5 is going to be what's left over, so I usually draw an arrow all the way to the top. Remainder 5. Be sure to write in your commas. There we go. So 98,765 divided by 8 equals 12,345 with a remainder of 5. Following the 4 easy steps that we talked about in class, I was able to solve this problem that looked a little scary in the beginning, but after a while it turned out to be pretty easy if you followed along. I hope that this helps you when you're doing your long division, and we'll keep going over this in class. I can definitely do more practice in class, but I just wanted to give you something to keep it fresh in your brains while you're at home. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.